Yeah, primarily any organization will have enterprise structure, correct? Enterprise structure, organization structure, everything is same. Company structure, okay? So what really happens is we are doing ERP. Okay, let me first start with SCM. SC. SC supply chain, correct? Obviously, one thing you are already saying me that it's a chain. So let's see how do we define this chain? The chain will be something like this, right? This is a chain, okay? So this is a chain, okay? So this whole circle, the not circle, sorry, the square is not square, rectangle, okay? So here what happens is you have sales team, right? Sales department rather. Sales department is going to get a need. Let's say I need window air conditioner because we are one of those companies like Voltas, Standard America, Trans, um, and these are the companies, Godrej. These are the companies globally. They're making window air conditioners. So customer could be an individual, could be a company. Individual can buy, a company also can buy for their needs. Whether it is a customer or individual or a company, we have customer because customer wants, we are going to serve. Then we need window air conditioner. In order to make window air conditioner, we need many components in it: the compressor, condenser, the frame, the motor, other accessories. Correct? Some we make them, some we don't. We buy from vendors, suppliers. Then you have everything. You have ingredients, you have technology, you have plants, you have resources, people. You'll make it. Then you may put it in warehouse or distribution center or showroom. Then you from there you deliver to your customer. Then you bill the customer. This goes on, right? So that is called supply chain. And we need to manage this supply chain management. Okay. What is that we are managing? Resources. What resources? Manpower, machinery, material, money. Everything should come under these four categories. Okay. Where are you planning them? You said you are managing, right? You're managing supply chain. Then I asked you what is that you are managing? You said you are managing resources. Obviously, I'm going to ask you where are these resources? They are in the enterprise. What is your enterprise? This whole thing. You see this whole thing?
Yeah.
This is enterprise. So let us give a name to this enterprise. Tran, Tran, American Standard. These are in USA. You may have Voltas or There is something used to be there, blue something in India. Okay, so this is the example for the organization. Okay, how do you manage them? You need to plan your resources. Management is nothing but planning resources. Okay, management is nothing but planning resources. The resources are manpower, machine power, money, material. Finished material, raw material, you call it anything. Anything and everything should come under this four categories. Okay, then resource, enterprise. The resources are in the enterprise. You're planning. So in order to plan, you need a tool because we are talking about $18 billion company. Without a tool, I don't think you can manage $18 billion. You have to have a tool. So that tool, which I know, is SAP. So there are many tools. In my last class, I was asking you guys, and Sadik knows a tool which is not SAP, but what he was doing with it in his enterprise, using that tool, is planning the resources so that he will have a excellent management. If you have excellent management within the supply chain, you are going to have very good demand fulfillment, on-time delivery, less inventory, inventory optimization, more profits, more bonus, healthy environment. Okay, so this is the basics, and this we are not talking with reference to SAP. We are talking as a subject. What is supply chain, and what is that you are managing? How you are managing? Obviously, you are managing with a tool. Okay, so you have sales department, purchasing department, inventory department, production department, warehouse department, billing department, finance and controlling department. And you also have human resources. Human resources are your people, the CEO all the way to the worker. So, in one single word, a department in your enterprise is a module in SAP tool. As simple as that. Okay, so that's the basics. Now I'm going to open up. I'll unmute you. If you have any questions, please ask me before I go to jump into enterprise structure, definition, and all that stuff. Any questions, Aloka? No questions. Any questions, Sadik? Up to this?
No.
Okay, very good. Let's move on. Okay. Now we want to know what is enterprise in SAP. I know you know very well. So let's start with one of these departments. Finance, company code. That's the highest entity. So we are working, first of all, let us define what is company code. Company code is SAP jargon, but in general terminology, it's a legal entity. Without having a legal entity, it is illegal to do business in any country. So we have to have a legal entity. When you have a legal entity, that legal entity is responsible for filing or or publishing profit or a loss. Either you get a profit or you get a loss. And on your revenue, on your profit, revenue is not profit, revenue minus expenses. So you have obligation to pay taxes. So without having a legal entity, you cannot report your financial statements. You do not know whether you are making profit or loss. Okay. So then you have chart of accounts. Okay. Chart of accounts is also SAP jargon, but in finance terminology, people use chart of accounts. Not only SAP word, but also it's not the company code. If you say company code, no one will understand unless you say legal entity. Okay. Other than SAP guys. Chart of accounts, unlike company code, you have a meaning in SAP, you have a meaning in outside SAP. Chart of accounts is nothing but a big bag of all the GL accounts, general ledger account. Okay. So what is a ledger? Ledger is something which is having a record of an event which is finance, either give or take. You receive a dollar or I give a dollar. It doesn't happen anything other than that. There is no in between thing. You give, take, credit, debit. So GL is general ledger. In the ledger, you keep track of each dollar coming in, each dollar going out. So you have designated names because everything is giving dollar or taking dollar. So how do you know what is what? So you need to have a naming convention. If you are giving money to vendor, you have a different account. If you are giving money to your worker, different account. If you are giving money as a bonus, different account. Similarly, if you are taking money from a customer, it should be in different account. Otherwise, you get puzzled. You don't know what you're doing. So even though it is each task is either give or take, you have to have a naming convention. You have to have an account number. And likewise, in a company, you have a whole bunch of accounts. Put them in a bag. Call that bag as chart of accounts. Okay. Then all of these should be linked to your legal entity. Linking is assigning. You have two people separate, Sadiq and another guy, let's say um, Mirza. So unless we link them with a relationship, we don't know. Correct? So it could be a brother relationship, it could be a friend relationship, it could be an enemy relationship. So that relationship is nothing but assigning. Okay. Otherwise, everything is independent object or entity, but you need to link them to create a relationship. Okay. So that's called in SAP terminology define. Then once you define two things, assign them. That is nothing but that's what we do, the configuration. But before that, you have to do so much of work. you need to identify the business requirements. Do you do business in every country? Yes. Then you need to define a whole bunch of things. If you say no, we do only in US, then just only US. So that is called the stuff what you do before you even jump into SPRO screen, try to screw. Generally, people jump into SPRO, try to screw up the system. Define, assign without having any idea what the hell they are doing. Okay, so this is what is called in finance terminology the controlling. First of all, what is the difference between finance and controlling? This is a question I want to ask you. I know you may not be knowing, but still, I'll ask anyway. Aloka, do you know the difference between finance and controlling?
Sir,
This is a question I'm asking. Question is, do you know the difference between finance and controlling? In
I think what I am.
layman term. Don't get into SAP. Layman. See the way I'm explaining you, the in a layman terms. Tell me what it is. Then we'll jump into SAP.
Okay, finance is like what money we require, and controlling is accounting. What I understand.
Okay. Very good.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I'm going to correct. Let me listen from Sadik too. Okay. What do you think, Sadik?
As you said, finance is
No, I'm asking your opinion. Don't buy his. He's wrong.
okay,
Okay. So
okay,
that's
okay.
what I want. I don't want to hear that because so I'm asking your experience, your layman terms, because he's wrong. Now you tell me what is right. Then you'll get some motivation. Don't go
Finance
with
is
somebody. Don't go with somebody. You think with your
uh,
original mind. What do you know in layman terms? It's not SAP. You are not an educated man.
okay.
You're not educated.
Finance
You're
is
unpad.
where you record every transaction, whatever you give, as in terms of money or whatever you receive, you record it. You keep the history of all the transaction. Controlling is where you control the cash flow for the company. Up to what level the cash flow should be monitored and all. I believe it is the one.
Okay. Yeah, both are correct, but the clarity is finance is external,
Hmm.
controlling is internal. So let me explain you very clearly. Okay, you see this boundary? That is your organization, the rectangle. That's where your enterprise is residing. Those are your departments, sales department, vendor department, everything. Okay, so you have some external entities. Who are the external entities? Business partners.
Vendors,
Business partner. Yeah,
vendor,
vendor is only one. Business partners with whom you are doing business. So vendor is one business partner. Customer is another business partner, right? So anything you deal outside this box, the business partners, what we say, because you need some transporting agencies, logistics, right? You need some forwarding agencies, right? So any external agency, external entity is also either giving you a dollar or taking a dollar from you.
Yeah.
That is finance. And the controlling is how you control internal. Once money is allocated or once money is coming, then how do you manage your internal mamla in each and every department? That is controlling. So that's why we call it external, internal. Okay. So let's move on. In the controlling, both are correct, but a little clarity I just added. Okay. You should be very, I mean, you're not a teacher, obviously. I don't expect you a clear information. Okay. So,
okay.
yeah. And in the controlling, you have a controlling area that is responsible to control the dollar. Okay, so obviously if you define a controlling area and leave it like that, doesn't make any sense. Like I said, Sadiq and Mirza should be connected with a relationship. That's where the relationship is going to come in. Okay, so next is department. Remember, these are all in hierarchy, top to bottom. Okay, but the sales and distribution and material management, it's not material management is reporting to sales and distribution. They're on the same level. Okay, so in this case, it's not really sales and distribution is higher than material management. Okay, it's not. So within sales and distribution, you have sales organization, because you have in order to better manage your business, you want to decentralize the whole country. USA has got operations. You sell everywhere in all 50 states. So you want to have a sales organization for East Coast, Eastern region, Western region, Midwest, Southern region. Okay, so you can have any number based on your needs, based on the business what you are doing. Sales organization will have one or many distribution channel. Okay, distribution channel is the mechanism what you adopted to reach out to your customers. You can reach out to your customers in a retail manner, wholesale, internet, field, mobility. There are a whole bunch of ways you can reach out to your customer. That is called distribution channel. Distribution channel is not distribution center. Okay, then you have division. Division is going to talk about a family of product. This particular division is going to only make room air conditioners. This division is only going to make window air conditioners. This division is going to make only residential window air conditioners. Commercial. So that is division. Okay, so that means one sales organization can have one or many distribution channels, and one distribution channel can have one or many divisions. Okay, because you reach out to wholesale customers for window air conditioners, for even commercial air conditioners, correct? So that is called division. Then in the material management, you have purchasing organization. So you may have just one purchasing organization central for all your needs within your company, or you may have decentralized. Okay, or you may have one purchasing organization exclusively for raw material. Okay, so it's depending upon the business requirements. Okay, then after that, what happens is we have purchasing groups. To better manage, you have many purchasing officers, buyers. You group them into purchase groups. Okay, then we are going to discuss after the division. What is after division? So in this division, I have 3 plants. All these 3 plants are making window air conditioners. But we talk plants under material management because we have bifurcated our work within our enterprise based on the departments. Since we bifurcated based on the departments, we also have modules similarly bifurcated. Since we have that, we are discussing plants under material management. Other than that, there is no other special reason. So within a plant, you have rooms. Those are called storage locations. So what does it mean? It means storage location is an integral part of the plant. If you don't have a plant, you cannot have a storage location. Okay, so storage location is the place where you keep your
Material.
inventory. Similarly, warehouse
Yeah,
is
stock
all.
or yeah.
Pardon, sir? Do you have a question?
No, nothing, sir. I was just telling storage location we keep our stock. So
Correct. So warehouse is also a place where you keep the stock. But there is a difference in SAP jargon, the difference between warehouse and the storage location. So warehouse is altogether a different building. Okay?
yeah, yeah,
So that warehouse may be in the same village or may not be in the same village. Okay? So maybe in the same campus, may not be in the same campus. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's only the difference between warehouse and the storage location. No, that's not everything. It's even more than that. Warehouse will have storage types. So one warehouse will have one or many storage types. Okay. Storage type is something like racks, top rack, middle rack, bottom rack. Okay. So something like if you are thinking a physical object, the physical object is a rack horizontally spread across. Okay. So then divide that storage type into vertical aisles. That would be storage section. That means one storage type can be subdivided into multiple sections, vertical, right? When I say physically a rack horizontally spread across, you are dividing that vertically. You can, right? So that would be storage section. It circle back to saying that storage type can have one or multiple storage sections. Okay. Then what is next? Within the X and Y, X is rack, horizontal, Y is aisle, you keep a bin, dabba. So within that bin, you keep your material. So that means even though storage location is a place where you store the stuff, warehouse is also a place where you store the stuff. But warehouse is well organized. Storage location is not organized. You just throw it. It is somewhere, you don't know where it is. But if you talk about the same stuff You need to tell me, IKEA, our Sweden friend, if you walk into IKEA, you go to the sofa, you like it, you pick the card. In that card, it is written the bin, aisle, rack. There is a escalator. You go down, look at your ticket, look at your aisle, walk to the aisle, look at the rack, look at the bin. There will be many bins, more than one bin. In that bin, you have that product. Okay, so that is warehouse management. The well organized way of keeping things is called warehouse in SAP jargon. Storing in storage location is called inventory management in SAP jargon. Inventory management, warehouse management. When you say inventory management, you do not have warehouse management. If you have inventory management and also warehouse management, you have both of them. Okay, so let us see physically what is this. That way you'll understand more. We'll go to smartphone, not smart stuff. We'll go to other one. Insert. Okay, go to shapes. Take this shape. Okay. Yes, I need at least this much space to draw. Okay, this is my plant. Okay, and this plant has got storage location 1, integral part, right? Storage location 2. Okay, so then what? This plant is 1000. This storage location is 001. This one is 002. Okay, room 1, room 2. Remember. Tab, tab, tab. 001, 2. Plant 1000. Okay, now let's come down. Okay, this is my warehouse. Okay, so I need to bifurcate. Storage type 1, storage type 2, storage type 001, 002. Okay, then I have sections. Section 1, section 2, section 3, section 4. So there's no guarantee that you have to have the same thing all the way here. No, I don't want. I want to make only 1, 2, 3. Okay. So if I want to remove this, I can remove it, right? There's no guarantee that it has to come all the way down. Okay. That's called business requirement. Based on that, I do that. I just don't go to SPRO and screw that SPRO. I don't do that. Okay. So here, going to SPRO, screw up SPRO, anyone can do that. That's not a big deal. But gathering the business requirement, understanding the business requirement, providing a solution for the business needs is all about what you guys have to learn. Okay. So here I have 2 bins. Okay. So I might have 1 bin here. I may not have any bins over there. Okay. Again, is it going to be physical all the time? No, it's not. It need not be a physical. You imagine you have a big hall. In that big hall, put some imaginary areas. Oh, 2 feet from this corner to that corner, it's only wood or bricks. Then next corner, steel. So don't think that you'll see physical all the time. There is no guarantee. Okay. So it cannot be a physical bifurcation. Okay. So now we have these 2. Then where is the relationship between these 2? There should be a relationship. I'm going to make the relationship now. Okay. Anything in 001 connected to warehouse. That means you keep something here. Why do you keep something here? This is your production area. You have machinery, you produced something, you dump it here. Then what will happen once you dump it here? In the evening, there is a truck coming in. It's going to load everything, and eventually it will come to this warehouse. They keep it here. That means the material over here is inventory managed. The same material is also warehouse managed, because ultimate destination is this one. Okay. Whereas you look at this 002, the second room. Is it connected to the warehouse? No. So the stuff here, is it, let's say that's the same window air conditioner. You have window air conditioner here. But the same window air conditioner, you keep it here. But is the truck going to pick this and put it here? No. Why? Because this is not warehouse managed. It's going to remain there. So what is the conclusion? Conclusion is, even if you have same material, the way you define it, is that material warehouse managed or not managed, is completely depending upon the place where you keep it. If you keep it here, no. Keep it here, yes. Okay. So each movement type you have in warehouse, 101, you define 101 in inventory management. Doesn't mean that it is already defined in warehouse. No, you have to define again, because these 2 are 2 different animals. Okay. So that completes the top to bottom enterprise structure. Okay. So even if you are in plant maintenance, you have to have a plant. So you are going to define a plant which is eligible for plant maintenance, and you can also say that the people who belong to, when I say people, technicians, the people who are belonging to this plant are only the technicians who are also representing plant maintenance. In that case, you have to define the same plant as a plant maintenance plant. You have to define the same plant as a plant maintenance planning plant. So you assign same plant to same plant and define two times. One in PP, I mean material management, one in plant maintenance. You define them. It is already defined in one area. In the second area, you are going to define that yes, the same plant is going to hold some technicians, and the same plant is responsible for planning it, the maintenance activities. Okay. So other than that, there's nothing. In PP, we don't have any obligation, or we don't have anything what we do in enterprise structure. That means by the time you start your PP work, it's already well defined. It's already there. So your job starts from here, BOM. That means material is also created. Material is also there. And if you don't have material, you cannot create BOM. Once you have BOM, you can create routing. Unless until you have work center, you cannot create routing, because in the routing, you need to assign the work center. Then once you have the routing, then you come back to production version and define production version. So in PP, enterprise structure, there's nothing. What you do, just wait till everyone completes their job, finance, controlling, material management. Then you start working from BOM. Remember, if you haven't loaded your data with LSMW, all the materials, both input components, raw materials, finished materials, and semi-finished materials, operating supplies, MRO items, everything, trading goods, everything, you cannot create a BOM. If you create a BOM, then you'll get a message the material doesn't exist because they're not loaded. Okay. So today what we did is supply chain management. What is ERP? How ERP is connected with the tool SAP. What is the significance of each and every department? How they are defined in SAP as a module. Then in general, how do you define your enterprise structure, top to bottom, even though you are not finance guy, but you need to know in general what it is. And then you'll come to your area, which is PP, starting with BOMs. Okay. So I would like to stop here. It's too much of information. And I'm going to give you some homework based on this. And before that, I would like to ask you, I'm unmuting. Do you have any questions up to this?
No, sir. But why didn't you, in the enterprise structure, why didn't you cover this PM and CS also, like, just for information?
I didn't understand your question.
Sir, this PM and CS, like in PM plant functional location, and in CS like WBS element, and
Are we doing simultaneously? My understanding is we need to do the PP first.
Yeah, yes, sir. I mean,
Then why are you trying to confuse me? So let's complete PP.
Yeah.
So you need to first complete your food. You dal roti खत्म करने के बाद then dessert लेना.
Okay, I understood, sir. I was just.
But then that is not a question. I'm asking question about this information. So you have to ask questions. That's not a question. You are giving a suggestion. Why don't you also teach plant maintenance master data? Why
No,
don't
no,
you?
no. I mean, you covered everything, so I mean, why you missed that? That was my
I'm not
question.
missing. I sent you what topics I'm covering. That's why I
Okay,
sent you
okay.
an email. You're not organized. I'm organized. Yeah, that's what you
Okay.
wanted, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Did you read his email, Siddiqui?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so that's why I gave you what topics you are going to discuss. And of course, we discussed so much. I gave you more than that. So that you understand what is going to be the stuff on your plate. Okay.
Yeah.
So okay. Other than giving suggestions, you don't have question. Okay. Let's go to
No,
Siddiqui. Siddiqui, do you have any questions for me?
No, but that CS, what